Before coming to San Diego in 2017, Ali Rasuli was a translator working with U.S. Marine Special Operations outside Kabul, a risky job that made him a target of the Taliban. Though he left the job to take a safer one as an accountant with an American contractor in Afghanistan, he still felt threatened.
In 2 occasions, 2 people came to me and said, okay, I know you from somewhere.
He denied being an interpreter for American forces, but after he was approached a second time...
The same night, we moved. I quit my job and I called my employer and said, okay, I'm now going to work for this company. That's personal issues. Even that employer didn't know that I used to work for the U.S.
Now that the U.S. is preparing to withdraw, Rusuli says he feels betrayed. He is Harari, one of the minority groups which is often targeted. He still has family in Afghanistan.
So these are the 300 commandos.
Now, every day he watches videos on YouTube of the Taliban driving unopposed into Afghan cities.
Days ago. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, absolutely, this is wrong. They shouldn't leave the country until we have a rational peace, at least, there.
Rasuli was allowed to come to the U.S. through the Special Immigration Visa Program, visas set aside for people who worked with the U.S. government. Noah Coburn, a political anthropologist at Bennington College, says the U.S. depends on local contractors in Afghanistan, but has really never had a plan to handle the fallout when their lives are threatened.
But that's very much a part of, I think, the way the U.S. views these global entanglements, trying to keep them temporary, trying to keep them economical, but not thinking through what some of the longer-term repercussions of them are.
With the American troops on the verge of pulling out, Coburn says there's a real potential for people to be slaughtered, especially members of minority groups who back the U.S. The Biden administration indicates that they will try to evacuate the Afghans to a third-party country while they await their U.S. visas. There is a backlog of roughly 18,000 applications, not including families. But the process is so slow that many more people gave up.
So if I've got the Taliban threat that is really imminent, I'm going to be not applying for this. And I've interviewed several people who have foregone the application process because it's a waste of time and waste of money for them.
The Afghan community in San Diego is tiny compared to other immigrant groups in the city. The area took in tens of thousands of refugees at the end of the Vietnam War. Armagan Karkar was a medical interpreter for the American military in Kabul before he came to the U.S. in 2014. He now works with Jewish Family Services in San Diego, counseling other immigrants from Afghanistan.
Before they are coming here, they are thinking when I go, everything will be easy for me in America. But the first year, it's difficult for them.
Still, it's been worth it, he says. Back in Afghanistan, working with the Americans was nearly the only option for thousands of Afghans. But for many, that option ended when they were threatened by the Taliban.
The situation is not getting better right now. So the only way is if peace comes in Afghanistan, that will be a solution.
At the moment, almost no Afghans are coming into San Diego. A combination of the visa process being slowed under the last administration and, more recently, complications caused by COVID. In the U.S., groups who resettle Afghans in America wait for everything to reboot, fearing time is running out. Steve Walsh, KPBS News.